Here is every useful tip for the Notes app I could find very quickly. Type the greater than sign twice and you'll see a list of all your other notes. Typing will filter them, and when you select one, a link to that note will be added. In this example, I'm linking my grocery list to my recipes note. And if I do the same thing on the groceries note, I'll be able to go back and forth between them very easily. You can also add tags to your notes, which gives you an additional way to organize them. I'll create a new tag by typing #food, and we can see by the yellow text that it has been added. I'll head to my grocery note and do the same thing, but now that I've already added the food tag, it'll pop up here as suggested. Now that I have these added, let's go back to the main menu and we'll find all tags we've added at the bottom. Click one and all notes with this tag will pop up, regardless of the folder they're in. You can add a quick note button to Control Center. Tap it and you can quickly jot down ideas to organize later. This actually comes in handy a surprising amount because a lot of my best ideas come when I'm either too busy or too tired to open the note and then go to the folder, or go to the note and then jot it down. It's just too much work. But having this button makes it really easy to capture your ideas. Going back to the Notes app, we see all quick notes are organized at the top. And what I do is periodically go in here, maybe once a day, and either send them to the appropriate folder by long pressing and tapping move, or copy and pasting them into the proper note. Heck, you can even delete them from here if you no longer need them. To set up this Control Center button, let's head to Settings and tap on the Control Center menu. Make sure the Quick Notes option is on and feel free to change its location in Control Center by dragging it up or down. And speaking of making the Notes app more accessible, it's really useful to know that you can also send things like websites, videos, documents, pretty much anything directly to Notes from the Share panel. For example, I have this recipe pulled up in Safari and I'd like to send it to my recipes note. But when I click share, the Notes app isn't actually an immediate option. Luckily, I can actually scroll all the way to the right and tap the 3 dots for more. Let's find the Notes app and add it to the favorites. Now it will appear as one of the first options whenever I share anything. And I can even select which folder or note it gets added to. And by the way, whatever you select here will actually be remembered and the default option next time you share something. So you may want to consider having a dedicated folder for these shares, similar to how there's a dedicated folder for quick notes. Or you can of course take the time to send it to whatever folder or note you want each time, up to you. Next tip, this camera button lets you scan and add documents in 2 different ways. First, you can hit scan text to auto detect and capture text in the real world, importing it directly as digital text within the app. This works by adding whatever text it sees, and once you feel confident everything is within the frame, you can hit insert to officially append it to the note. The second way is more like those old school Xerox machines. Stick whatever pages you need scanned in front of the camera, hold still, and your phone will scan it and add it as a page to a PDF. You can add multiple pages at once this way, and once you're done, hit save and your document will be added. From here, you can hit the arrow for a variety of useful options, including sharing it or saving it to files. Scanned documents are also searchable, so if I go back and search for Buffalo right here, this note will still pop up, even though the word is in the PDF. You can also mark down these scans, highlighting important sections, and even adding your own signature by tapping the plus sign and tapping Add Signature. A little bonus tip here for Markdown: whenever you keep your finger held down after drawing a shape, your phone will auto-correct it and make it much cleaner. You can actually draw on any part of the note, not just a document, but when you do, scrolling with one finger will just draw stuff, which can be frustrating. If you do end up doing this and need to scroll, then just use 2 fingers instead of 1. If you have any private or naughty photos, I'm not judging by the way, just saying, you'll be happy to know that you can actually lock them by going to the note, hitting the 3 dots at the top and tapping lock. I have this set up to lock with Face ID, but I think that's a bit new, so if you're running an older version of Notes, you may be prompted to create a 4-digit passcode instead. If you slide to the right on a note, you can pin it, and what this does is keep it at the top all the time for quicker access. If you slide to the left, you can either share, move, or delete it. Alright, now let's talk about sharing notes, because it's probably one of the most useful features in Notes. When you share a note, use this box to select whether you're sending a copy, which is just a static copy of everything in the note at this point in time, or whether you're sending a collaboration invite, which will make it so both you and whoever you share the note with can edit it together in real time, similar to a Google Doc. You can also collaborate on entire folders of notes. Just tap the folder, hit share, And from here, instead of being able to choose copy or collaborate, you can set specific permissions of the folder, such as whether anyone with the link has access and whether anyone with access can make changes or simply just view it. This way is pretty nice because once you've added someone to a folder, any new note that's added will automatically be collaborative with that person. And once you're in a shared note, you can actually mention members by typing the @ sign and tagging their name. This will send them a notification that they have been tagged. As you can see here, my girlfriend just tagged me, and when I tap it, it will take me right to the part of the note that she tagged me in. This has been a game changer for collaborating with friends or even coworkers. Hope this helps. Let me know what I missed and follow for more. Peace.